What is going on, guys? My name is Vanitas and welcome back to the Raspberry Flavored mod pack. Pretty much Raspberry Flavored Minecraft Let's Play. If you missed the last couple of episodes, then definitely go check out the second episode where I built this beautiful farm and this pretty cool looking Japanese styled house. The first episode, I just dilly-dallied around and just explored, so you don't have to necessarily watch that, but if you want to, you can do that. So pretty much last episode, I built the farm, I built the house, and made some progress by making some armor, some tools, and everything. And in this episode, I'm gonna be doing some more building and some exploring. Now, if you notice, you may obviously notice that this place is looking much different from the previous episode, and that is because I spent some time in between recordings when I wasn't available to record a proper video, just expanding this and upgrading this farm. So as you can see, I have a bunch of these trees and a bunch of these yucca branches that grow the yucca fruits, and pretty much this is my current main farm of food. I don't have any other farms. Well, obviously, as you saw, I have a big wheat farm, but I do not want to use that for food currently, because I know that I'm gonna want to have a big animal farm perhaps, so I want to keep as much wheat as possible. So yeah, that's that pretty much. So also, in between recordings, I did some exploring, walking around, and if you look over there, we have some torches and some sandstone. So that is some sort of dungeon that I didn't go down into, but we are gonna go down there in this episode. Now it is nighttime, so let's quickly sleep. And so what am I gonna be building? I'm gonna build a basement. I'll explain that later, and I'm gonna try to make a traditional Japanese styled garden outside of the house. If you've seen it, you probably have. What I'm talking about is pretty much, you know, how there's those sandy gardens that they have. I guess it's called like a Zen garden, where they have the sand, they rake it to have this little pattern. There's some rocks around, and it's this peaceful kind of pattern and garden. I'm gonna try to make something similar to that. Obviously, I'm gonna have some limited resources, but I feel like using this arid sand is gonna be good because it already has that sort of texture that's like, you know, that looks like that. So my chests are pretty messy, and also we have some stuff cooking up in here because I went down into a massive cave and did some mining because my tools are about to break. I'm running out of things. So yeah, pretty much I have iron, and if you notice, I have these sacks. Yeah, they sound interesting, but pretty much they're like mini backpacks that allow you to store 12 slots of items up to a stack, which is perfect because it just allows me to have so much more inventory space. And yeah, I needed string for it, and I ended up finding a couple spiders and getting string. So yeah, it was pretty easy to make. You need canvas and strings, and yeah, they're very useful. Have one with like basic items and one extra, so that if I go exploring and I need more space, I have an extra sack. So my armor is looking pretty beat up. I still have chains to make some more. I also got some rough cinnabar, which I'm not sure what I'm gonna be able to do with it just yet, but as you can see, it's used for quite a lot of things, but for now I'm definitely not gonna be using it for anything. So I also got some lead and silver is apparently pretty useful. Don't know for what, but apparently it's useful. So yeah, in this episode I'm gonna be trying to just do even more stuff than I did in the last one. And here's the basement. As you can see, I've already started to do some stuff because when I was playing in between recordings, I realized that I will definitely not have enough space up there with those 4 double chests. I mean, realistically, this is a mod pack, so 4 double chests are not gonna cut it. So that's why I went for this kind of barrel basement design. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I made pretty much most of it in between recordings, and right now I'm just gonna finish it off. And yeah, pretty much that's it. There we go. And I feel like a couple lanterns in here would look pretty good if I go. And do I have any stairs? No. Let's make some driftwood stairs. I also need a crafting table here somewhere. What's the best spot for it? Maybe in here I'll place one, but no, that's gonna be a bit off center. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna place one in here, and that's gonna look fine. I'm gonna make some stairs, and then I should have some nuggets up here. I only have 2. Okay, so let's see, let's go here, let's grab these, let's make some nuggets, put these away. And wait, maybe I have maybe I have some lanterns. Oh, I already had one, so that was unnecessary. Let's make this back into this, and let's put these away. And then I'm gonna place a stair right there, and boom, there we go. This lantern is gonna light everything up pretty nicely. And yeah, this is just this sort of cellar basement type of vibe that I was going for, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of storage down there, because as you can see, this chest is almost completely full. And also I found something very cool. I have all of these blossoms and aloe leaves, and you can make this insane piece of food called the dune platter. So there's those yellow flowers in the desert. In episode 1 I found them, and I was hurt by them and got scared. So they give you aloe leaves, yellow blossoms, and then I can already grow yucca fruits, and cacti are just easily found in the desert. And all that's left is just to get a rabbit farm, and I'll be able to make these crazy platters. So I'm gonna try to make a rabbit farm, perhaps not in this episode, but that's gonna be one of my goals. So for now, I feel like what I should do is try to build some of this garden, or maybe I should leave it for the part later on in the episode. I think I'm gonna do that, because right now I want to go explore. Ooh, see how many of them are already grown, and every time I get more than half a stack. Now if we go here behind my tree wall, there's this cave that I found very early on, and I covered it up, and this cave is incredibly big. You can go that way, and I didn't go there, but I was able to go down pretty deep. I got a bunch of iron, copper, zinc, and a bit of silver. And the cave just pretty much goes to the bottom of the world, all the way to deep slate. Didn't go that deep, but there are a bunch of new scary mobs down there, and there's a lot of materials to be collected. So at some point I'm definitely gonna have to go down there and try to collect all that stuff, because I left behind a lot of materials. There's like so much copper there and everything, and just lots of things to explore. But for now I want to go over to this dungeon, because I was just walking around trying to find some crops and stuff, and I ended up seeing this cool little dungeon. Oh, there's a ravine. Let's be careful and not fall down. And if we go, where was it exactly? It's somewhere up here. I saw it from afar. It should be right around here, I think. There we go. So I was exploring, went around like there, just to see if I can find some plants and stuff, and I ended up noticing this. And if you look down there, it goes very deep, which is pretty scary. So let's just go on down here, light it up a bit so it doesn't look as creepy. And I hope there's nothing lethal here. Lethal. Okay, right away we have a skeleton. Easy one shot. So we're already at the deep slate layer, which is quite scary because when I was mining, I saw a mob that and honestly made my like heart drop. Pretty much, it is one of the SCPs, as you call them, in Minecraft, or I guess you could say a weeping angel. If you don't look at it, it starts moving toward you very fast, and it's got this very big eyeball, and it looks like a creeper. Now, as you can see, these are gray creepers. They're called deepers, and pretty much they're just cave creepers that can explode blocks, because the regular creepers on the surface are not able to explode blocks, which is cool because it reduces griefing. And yeah, I'm quite scared to go down here. And to be fair, let's go back to that tunnel, because that is like the main attraction. Also, as you can see, there's iron, that's zinc, and we have some gold actually. Let's grab that, because with gold and copper you can make rose gold that allows you to upgrade your tools. If we go here real quick, if we look at this, there we go, a rose full of gold. It allows you to make tools that drop blocks in their purest form whenever possible. So I think that just pretty much means you get silk touch. Now, as I mentioned before, where did I come from in here? This is the sandstone. How did I manage to get lost already? All right, here we are. As I mentioned, enchanting is not in this mod pack. That means that there are no enchantments, but luckily they reworked some stuff and made new tools that give you the effects of the enchantments, and one of those is the rose gold tools, which pretty much just give you silk touch, which is just great. Honestly, you don't have to make an enchantment table and get silk touch that way, and it's pretty easy to make those tools. You pretty much get four pieces of gold, 4 copper ingots to make 1 rose gold ingot. Let's see, let's look up the recipe real quick in here if I can find it. There we go. You make this, and then in a smithing table you upgrade your iron tools. So it's pretty much like a netherite ingot for iron, pretty much, to put it simply. And if we go back here, there's also steel, which comes after the nether because you need blaze powder. So I'm not gonna focus on that yet, but I'm sure those tools will also be pretty cool. Now let's craft up some more torches, and I have made a very big blunder, it seems. I do not have any coal, so if I notice any, I definitely have to grab that, because if I run out of torches, it's gonna be very dangerous, because this chainmail armor isn't very good. Obviously, as you can see, it fills up only half the bar, and yeah, pretty much the mobs are scary, and I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm also grabbing all of these cobwebs, because from these cobwebs you have a guaranteed chance of getting string. And since, you know, I skip most nights now that I have a bed, it's quite hard to get string by farming spiders, and those sacks are incredibly useful. So I want as much string as possible so that I can make a bunch of stuff. And I have 23 cobwebs already, which is very nice. And now this is my last torch, and I don't want to place it down, but I kind of have to. There's a bat. What is this? Watermelon seeds. Okay. I also found a bunch of other like seeds and stuff that I will definitely have to plant, And let's see, what do we have? Bat wings. Okay, more torches. What is this? A prickly pear. Interesting. A music disc. Cinnabar. Cloth. Okay, we have this that makes like a map. That's not very useful. And cabbage seeds. So I have a bunch of new seeds already. And I'm gonna have to make another compartment of my farm and expand it so that I can not only farm wheat but also farm other things. So yeah, I also got some coal there, so let's grab my sticks and make a bunch of torches. And now I'm just gonna run through this cave and try to grab as many ores that are gonna be useful. Also, this blue block, this is lazurite. I don't know how to pronounce it. Lazurite. Pretty much it's just a decorational block. You build stuff with it. So yeah, it's not too useful, but it looks pretty cool, I guess. So I'm gonna run around. Also, let's grab this chest. I hear some spiders, which, holy crap, how many are there? Where even are they? I do not like the sound of that. Dwarf geodes. What does this say? Crack them open with a hammer. Okay, I'll have to try that out. More bat wings. That. Rope. What can you even use this? Leads. And a bunch of other stuff. Can you make them? Yeah, with straws, so they're very easy to make. Rice. More cabbage seeds. Tomato seeds. Can you use rice to plant it? I would assume so. Yeah, it's in the seeds tab, so you use rice to make rice. And honey. Why did I say honey? A honey bottle clears poison. That's very useful. Alright, now I'm just gonna harvest these cobwebs, and when I find something cool, I'll be back with you. Oh crap, I am in very big trouble right now. Whew. Okay, that was so scary. So I went into this little room here and I was like, ooh, ladder. Let's not be careful of all the spider sounds that I hear, and let's jump down. And yeah, well, to my surprise, there were a bunch of spiders down there. Cave spiders, which is much more scary. Oh boy, that really scared me. Thankfully I was able to get out. Let's fill up this sack, and I got a bunch of random items. Let's put these in here, I guess. Damn, that could have been the end of me. I was like, I'm gonna go down the ladder slowly and check it out, but the ladders make you fall down very fast. I think there's supposed to be like a spawner if I can locate it. Okay, I see it. Alright, I think I'm not gonna risk that. Alright, let's go back to exploring. I found a TNT minecart here. That is pretty interesting. Kinda scared of it blowing up though, because if it blows up close to me, I'm pretty much guaranteed dead. Also, you may think that this is redstone, but it's not. It's actually cinnabar, which, I mean, I don't know why they made it into cinnabar, but pretty much it can be made into redstone, and it can be used for other things as well that redstone is usually used for. So I guess it's just a cool way to repurpose redstone, because usually it's not something you're really excited about finding, but making it a different name, it's cooler, I guess. It's cooler. Now this TNT minecart I am very scared of. Okay, I was able to collect it, so I am fine. What are these crossroads? They're pretty interesting. Also, this right here, cobblestone. What the? Is that a mob? No. Okay, I thought that was like a creeper. Why is there water here? Oh my god. Oh my god, that glow squid scared me. Thought this is some bad thing. Oh my god. Playing modded stuff like this. Oh god, I'm stuck. Anything you find is gonna make you scared because there's so much stuff you don't know about that even regular things like a glow squid can give you a little scare. Cause like you never know, especially after I encountered that thing. I think it's called a peeper. If I can find it, there we go. Staring contest. Get spotted by a peeper. Only look away when you have to. When I saw that, I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. But thankfully, the peeper was like below me, like 50 blocks below me. So I was fine. But those things were moving fast. Like if I encounter one of those, I don't know what I'll do. I broke the spider spawner, and I would like to go down there and see if I got anything from it, because I'm pretty sure that the spawners aren't like completely useless. I think you can get something from them, so I'm gonna try to see if this is safe to go in. Okay, there's one spider. Right, it hit me. Okay, that's it. Everything's safe. Got a chest. Glow goop. You can make spectral arrows. It's like glowstone, I guess. Oats. Just a bunch of random stuff, to be honest. Alright, let's go. Let's try to. Okay, let's collect these with the shears. Let's try to go into the other spawner and exterminate it as well. Oh god, I'm scared. Scared of these spiders. I need to destroy the spawner real quick. There we go. Ooh, it dropped something. That looks like one of the cursed spirits or whatever they're called from Terraria. I mean, I don't remember because I haven't played that far into the game in a while. Oh god, this is doing quite a lot of damage. Let's actually equip the honey bottle just in case I need to clear the poison. Let's take a little moment to heal up so that I don't die. Alright, I think I'm good now. Let's try to kill these spitters. Oh my god, when they jump like that, I do not like it. I think there's like one more to the right here. There's two. Right, they're stuck. I don't get how that works even. Spiders do that and I don't get why. They just climb up to the ceiling and they're just stuck there and can't move. I don't know why that works like that. Okay, soul bead. Can be acquired by killing vexes or wraiths or by destroying spawners. You can make whatever this is a terabin. What do you use this for even? No idea. Turtle scutes. And you can make exo pearls, a recovery compass that can be useful. This makes an echo rang. Yeah, no idea what all of these things do, but at some point maybe I will. Right, even more random stuff in here. I think that's pretty much all for this dungeon thing. I'm just gonna head out and go back home, I guess, because realistically I don't think I'm finding anything else in here. I've went through. Oh, there's a creeper. No. Oh man, when creepers explode they make these little baby creepers and it's kind of weird, but I guess it's also kind of cool. Alright, I am finally out of the cave, finally out of the tunnel. I see that was pretty successful. I got a bunch of new materials, a bunch of useful materials. That Enderman just disappeared. Didn't even leave behind any particles. That was kind of scary. Um, Usually when they teleport, there's like a purple particle. He just dipped. So yeah, I got a bunch of cool materials, some new stuff. Got a lot of ores. So yeah, I'd say that was decently successful. And once I've geared up decently, I don't know what other word to use. Once I've geared up a bit better, I think I'll be able to head down deeper into the caves. But for now, I want to avoid going down to the deep slate layer until I know that I can take care of those peepers easily. Because like I haven't even fought one of them, and I am scared. It just it just makes me very uncomfortable seeing one of those and just everything. All right, let's dump all of this stuff. I'm gonna sort everything out. Let's do that real quick. Alright, I've sorted everything out, cleared out my sacks. Oh, I also have 2 more in here. I forgot that I made those. And let's make some more canvases. Canvai. So I can make 3 more sacks, which is pretty good. So that just in case I'll have those extra inventory slots to I forgot the word, to sort out my inventory more. Now I did say about expanding this farm, but I'll have to make a little entrance through there, clear this area out a bit and make a farm here. And also there's that cave entrance. Have to try and like keep that open somehow. Now on to the Zen garden. Let's grab a bunch of this sand. Have 62. I think I'll grab a bit more of it, and I think I can make some of these sandstone stairs, which will also help out. Also, I think if I use cobblestone, I could make pebbles. Can I do that? Because I know you can just find them on the ground, but can I make them? Yes, I can. I just need to use a cutting board. So let's make a few of these so that I can add some decor to the garden. And yeah, I'll go grab more sand and I'll try to build something cool here. So let's do a quick little montage. Alright, I would say that the Japanese styled garden is kind of complete. So I got this little gate out the front. We got this. Oh, I have missed a couple of spots here. Let's cover those up real quick. So yeah, I got these pebbles, got a bunch of sand, got these sandstone stairs to give more of that raked effect. Got these on pretty much the most common places where I will walk, like through the gate, out the side, out of there. Got these cool hedges that just add this more bushy look around. Got these lanterns on these little fence posts, and all around this looks pretty cool. It's a much nicer vibe than it was before, and I like how decorated it is. We have this little walkway out to the farm, and then we can go around and everything just looks pretty cool, and we can go out through here, and this is a completely different area now. So I'd say this turned out as a pretty cool build. It was just a little decorational place, but yeah, pretty much that's a successful build in my opinion, if I do say so myself. I'm quite proud of it. Despite it being so simple, sometimes these simple builds end up being some of my favorite ones, because they're just simple, compact, they're interesting, they're fun to do. That's why I like them so much. Now my campfire will have to be put somewhere else. I actually don't want to completely remove it, because being around the campfire gives a useful effect, so I'm just gonna place it here. As you can see, it gives you comfort, which it gives you regeneration. It's pretty much like a campfire from Terraria. If you've played Terraria, you make campfires and you place them around and they give you buffed health regeneration. So yeah, that's pretty much a pretty useful effect, you know, because sometimes you just need some extra healing, you know. Now let's put away these things. I've been trying to slowly funnel everything down here. There's still some stuff up here, but you know, realistically I'll store everything down there because like this is just more of a decorational area. And up here I'll also have to think of what to place in there in my bedroom for decoration, but that's gonna be left for another time. So that's gonna be it for this episode. I didn't do as much this episode as I did last episode, but still did some cool stuff. Made this nice basement for storage. It looks pretty cool. Got a bunch of barrels and stuff. Went exploring to the cave, to the dungeon, mined a bunch of stuff. Built this pretty cool Japanese traditional garden, Zen garden, whatever you may want to call it. I think it looks cool, it looks nice, and yeah, so for the next episode I'll have to think up what else I can do, what other stuff there is to do. Realistically, just build more farms and stuff, and I'll think about it, and I might make a return to the other world, which is mostly vanilla but not 100% vanilla. And hey, maybe I'll make a full vanilla world because I've had some thoughts and I've thought about stuff. So yeah, I kind of think that regular old vanilla Minecraft is just still goated, but we'll talk about that at a different time. Also, since this is pretty much this is the end of the video, I'm gonna do some extra talking about my life for a couple of minutes, but make sure to like the video, comment anything, just please leave a comment. I don't get any comments, that makes me sad. And subscribe if you want more of these episodes. I'm happy to keep posting, but that's gonna be all. And now a couple minutes to talk about me and some stuff in my life. If you're not interested, that's fine, but pretty much I've had college start for me now. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I uploaded it on like Wednesday or Thursday, but yeah, college has started for me. I've been put through the wringer, as they say. The first day I had to stay there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., which to me was just brutal. I've never had to be on a schedule like that. It was just very tiring, and then yeah, pretty much it's just been a hard week, and it was different from what I was expecting, and I'm sort of disappointed, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try my best to make it through. And yeah, today is Saturday, so I'm gonna try my best to record some vids to make sure I upload. I think the Pokemon episode 5, I haven't uploaded that, and I'm gonna upload it today. And I'm gonna record some Pokemon episodes after I finish this recording. So yeah, go check out the Pokemon series if you're into that. But pretty much this next week I'll do like a couple uploads, hopefully more than just a couple, like 3 or something. But yeah, until the weekend it's also gonna be a pretty hard week, but after that, after this week, it's gonna get a lot easier. So I'll try my best to, you know, to upload. So yeah, that was a quick update about things in my life if you were interested, and that's gonna be all. Goodbye.